the first episode of Conspiracy. So on today's, like the episode 1 obviously, I'm going to be looking at the Bermuda Triangle. Now, the Bermuda Triangle's always fascinated me. First because I was first made aware of the Bermuda Triangle by my mum. It was my mum that made me aware of it, excuse me. Because she was fascinated by anything and everything that fascinated my mum. So I got all my inquisitiveness from my mum, I got all my knowledge from my mum, only my mum was wide awake before anybody else, and she tried to instill that in me, but I wasn't ready to be wide awake yet. So what is the Bermuda Triangle? So some people believe the Bermuda Triangle is a portal to a parallel universe inside the triangle. Each year, hundreds of people go missing in this location. So just think about that for a minute. Hundreds of people go missing. So what is it? What is it about this triangle that has people disappear? Okay, now obviously I've researched this. Well, one source I used because I just needed an overview. Right, so theories claim that this is one of the many portals that on the earth and leads to a parallel universe. But is it? Is it? So let's see what the Bermuda Triangle actually is. So according to Evan Andrews, who I got this off the history, right, because I just needed an overview of what it was. Now, pardon me for reading this, but I want to get it word for word, okay? So, a source of fascination for sailors, researchers and crackpots, that might be you and me, okay? The Bermuda Triangle is roughly 500,000 square mile expanse of the Atlantic Ocean, located off the coast of Florida. Descriptions of its borders vary, but most accounts cite the 3 points of the triangle as Miami, Puerto Rico and the island of Bermuda. So to me, that would be, as in the Bermuda Triangle, is this happening in the Bermuda side? So anyway, so reading on. Reports of bizarre activity in the region date back to the days of Christopher Columbus, who reported unusual compass activity while travelling through en route to the New World. So was that him going to America? Is that what we would termed in those days as the New World? Just leaving away the other word that has us all triggered. But the triangle would later earn a reputation as a dead zone for planes and ships after a string of unexplained disappearances in the 20th century. In 1945, 5 US Navy aircraft known as Flight 19 got lost and vanished in the triangle during a training mission. While the pilots most likely ran out of fuel and crashed into the sea, no trace of the planes or their 14 crew members was ever found. Now the logic part of my brain thinks, before I've asked Spirit for help, the logic part of my brain is, was it just not recovered for the sea? Anyway, reading on. Right, so no trace of the planes or their 14 crew was ever found. Another famous mystery dates back to 1963, when the tanker ship SS Marine Sulphur Queen sank near Key West, Florida. Life preservers and other items were later discovered drifting in the water. but the exact cause of the disaster remains unknown, and the wreck has never been recovered. Now that's odd if you know, like say, the life preservers and other items. So that's a mystery in itself. Were never recovered. Okay. So, oops. Writers like Charles Billets helped popularise the Bermuda Triangle mystery in the 1960s and 70s, and its treacherous reputation has since been chalked up to everything from intergalactic portals and time vortexes and paranormal phenomena, and even the lost city of Atlantis. So that's like questions we could ask, okay? But despite the hysteria, government organisations and shipping companies don't show the triangle in any official maps. I wonder why that is. Why would they not show that triangle? Surely to goodness they would show you the triangle for people not to go in it. Would that not be logic? It would be logical to me. And groups ranging from the US Coast Guard to global insurance outfit Lloyd's of London maintain that the region doesn't have as unusually high rate of maritime disasters. Other sceptics note that the triangle sits in an area famous for rogue waves and storms. So that's a logic part of my brain saying, well, it could, but where the hell is all the people? And they blame any disappearances on extreme ocean depths and the effects of the Gulf Stream, which can combine quickly and erase all evidence of plane crashes and shipwrecks. So it begs the question, what's happening? So the first question, what will we do? What happened to Flight 19? So what happened to Flight 19? I'm just going to do it this way because the camera's away on the other side of the room. So what happened to Flight 19? What's happened to Flight 19? Oof. Right, so what happened to Flight 19? What happened to it? Okay, right, it was on a journey. Oh, okay. Right. Right, obviously we got it was on a journey, right? I'm getting it was visited. It was visited. I see something coming down. Obviously it was in the sky, but coming down from the sky. It veered off its path. It was taken off its path. It was taken off its path. I feel as if it was, what was it 1945 did it say? Yes. But we're just coming to the end of World War One, World War Two, right? And I'm getting it was taken. It was bringing people from one place, obviously if it was flying, but they couldn't. Right, this isn't clear. Right. They couldn't land. They couldn't land. It was information. It's information, right? Loads of information that would have landed on the wrong hands. So it was taken off its path. It was taken off its path. This information from the end of World War II has been given for safekeeping. I'm feeling as if the Galactics have got it for safekeeping because it was going into the wrong hands. Some of it got through, some of the information got through, but this was the information they needed and they were after. And it was successful, right? So it wasn't successful for Flight 19, but it was successful. It was a successful mission for somebody else, because it's all about information. It's all about documents. I'm seeing like documents. I'm seeing brown envelopes. I'm seeing dust, blown away dust. That's what I'm seeing. It's got evidence of people who escaped. Well, so we'll go a wee bit deeper. This is Flight 19, isn't it? Yeah, Flight 19. Wanted to go there. So Flight 19, flying out here. It's under, these documents are under safekeeping. Now usually I put the cards like from 1 to 7, and these cards have been placed. Wow. That one, and then it was that one, and then that one, and then that one. Okay. This was a rescue mission as well. This was a rescue mission. I'm seeing children. I'm seeing children. Do you know what? I'm getting that plane was used for something else. The crew in that plane lived the rest of their lives. This is strange, right? They lived the rest of their lives. The plane was used to go somewhere else. They went home. They went home. Not in the earth, but away home. It's still to remain. There's still things in this is to remain a mystery. Full of mysticism. Not ready to come out yet. Not ready to come out yet. Have faith. Have faith. I feel as if, you know, like when they went missing, they had faith. They had faith. It was their higher self. They were higher beings. Higher beings. Wow. Enlightenment. That was to bring attention to what was going on. To what was going on. Highlight it. Highlight it. It was their destiny. They were destined. I see them all getting handpicked. Right, you have to go, you go, you go. Wow. I'm getting it wasn't in vain, it was all planned. It was all planned. Oof. Right, they two wanted out there. This is here. man, it's literally falling out. Okay. Right, there was secrets on Flight 19. There was secrets to do with the war. That if they got into the wrong hands, then we would be even worse off than we are now, which is hard to believe, but it would have been quicker. It would have been quicker. What they were trying to do would have been swept in. And they managed to slow it down so that people who were down here to raise the vibration, to get the word out there, had the ways and means. Had that happened just after the war, we would all be enslaved. I mean, we were enslaved, but we would be really enslaved. Wow. Their plans were kind of, what's the word, flaunted. Right, they went in and they kind of, you know, they wrecked all their plans. Because obviously those with the end name in World War II weren't finished yet. They weren't finished yet, but they finished them off. They finished them off. It's all going to come to light. It is all going to come to light. The dark clouds are moving from it now. What I'm being told is it's not going to be such a mystery anymore. It's not going to be such a mystery anymore because secrets are going to come out now because they need to come out. They need to. I don't get this, but I'm just going to have to say it. Like a winged messenger is going in light. A winged messenger. This is all stored. All these secrets, this is, it goes beyond, like beyond World War II to World War I to way back. Everything that they tried to do, it's all coming out. It's all coming out now. But had they not intervened, had they not intervened when they intervened, we wouldn't have had the knowledge. We would have had the knowledge, but we wouldn't have had the means to reach the masses. You know, like say, globally. We would only be reaching in our own circle of friends and stuff like this, but we are reaching people, they're telling me. We are reaching people. Nothing's set in stone. There's always changes. There's always changes. They're not safe in their tower anymore. They're not safe in their tower anymore. They just think they are. They just think they are. Yep. Help's coming, divine help, galactic, all help is coming. Because now it's now time. Okay, so that was Flight 19. So that was what happened to Flight 19. What want to do? So re-clarify, yep. The answers you need are coming. The answers to that are coming. The answers to it are coming. Okay, so that was that. That was the first question that I wanted to ask about. So the first question. So the second question was much the same as the first. What happened to SS Sulphur Queen? SS Sulphur Queen, please. SS Sulphur Queen. So we'll see what happens there. SS Sulphur Queen. Yes, we'll going to take, I'll do this one, right. So what happened to SS Sulphur Queen? That was 1963. SS Sulphur Queen, 1963. What happened to it, please? Oh, oh, oh. Jeez, I jumped out. Move that out of the way a wee bit. Right, I'll put that because that jumped as well. Wow, these are kind of wanting out this way. My goodness. I've never done that. This is the way it's wanting set out itself. Okay. Right, this is Sulphur Queen. Okay. That was stopped. But who was it stopped by? Like, that was independent, okay? That was had it went rogue? Had it went rogue? I don't know. But it was stopped. It was stopped. It was much the same as Flight 19. I feel as if there was somebody on board that ship though. There was somebody important on that ship. So the SS Sulphur Queen, was that America? Because I'm getting, it was going, it was either come from the motherland, it was going back to the motherland, something about the motherland, okay, something about the motherland. I feel as if this was stopped and it was successful. So whatever this was, or whatever was on here, or whoever was on here, was stopped. I get this as being the bad guys. Whoever was on that, they had to be stopped because of the information. Definitely information. I feel as if that was on a journey too, but it was supposed to be going somewhere, and it was, you know, like you said, all the I'm seeing the documents, I'm seeing the kind of ship, kind of, what the hell would you call them? The map of where it was supposed to be going, and somebody was trying to take it somewhere else. Somebody who was on there, and they were taken out. They were taken out because it wouldn't have been good for mankind. Wouldn't have been good for mankind. Oops, this is just, oof. Okay. Whatever people perceive to have happened, it's the entire opposite. It's the entire opposite. It was there, well it would be SS, it was service, SS Marine Sulphur. So was there sulphur on it? There was something on that ship that shouldn't have been on it. There was something on it and somebody on it that shouldn't have been on it, and they had to take them out. I feel as if they were put in isolation. So whoever this was put everybody that was on that ship in peril. There's a lot of gossip, there's a lot of innuendo, there's a lot of speculation around what happened to it. A lot of gossip. Wow. Let's take these ones. The light seekers. Right, the light seekers. So can you tell me what else happened to the crew? Oh, two. Oh, geez, Elizabeth, 3. 2 here, okay. nice bit. Right, okay. Was this a young crew that was on this ship? Because they were heartbroken at not being able to see their family again, but they understood the mission. They understood the mission. They were taken as well. They were taken as well. But I see as if they flew away. They flew away. Where, I don't know, but they flew away. They were either working on something or it was all systems go. I feel as if they lived out their days somewhere else and they were longing to go home. This is quite sad, this one. Quite sad. Because obviously they've got people that are still, you know, like say who had children maybe around about my age would miss them. I think it would be the dads maybe. But it was their higher self as well. Whereas the first one knew that they were sending a mission, but the second one didn't. And it was circumstance. It was the, what would it be, the luck of the draw? The luck of the draw. They were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Collateral damage. This is sad. Really sad. Right, whoever was on this ship all got together and, you know, I'm hearing, you know, the lives weren't gone in vain. They did something from above. Their energy was all collective energy to raise the vibration. Right, so what happened? And right, so okay, I'm getting a big JFK, John F. Kennedy kind of, you know, this is hard to try and, right, so there's the John F. Kennedy energy coming in. So were they with you? From John F's come in. Right, so were they with you? Right, so 1963, November, John F. Kennedy assassinated. Right, okay, I get that. So, regarding when this was, it's as if they were interlinked. This was all an expose of those that we can't really stand, you know. I'm trying to be nice and polite here, right. I'm getting, so this, they were up to something. What was going on in 1963? Something must have been going on that the deep state were, oh, I've just said it. I can edit it out. Like, those who think they're in charge were up to, they were up to something. What were they up to? Because this is all to do with JFK as well, because JFK's come in here, he's literally sitting in my other seat. He's here to help me. Okay. Right, so whatever was going on in the 1960s, right, they were going to try something, and the president knew about it. It cost him his life. I think when I've channeled him, he said that before. 9/11, oh, I've just said that too, right, that thing that happened in September, they tried that before. They were going to try that before to get somebody else into a war, or to go to war with somebody else. Jeez, oh man. And whoever was on that ship was on that ship, and they took him out. Yep, see, I get that as John F.K. I feel this is unfinished. This is unfinished. The president, it's unfinished. He's got unfinished business. He's waiting his time. He's waiting his time. Waiting his time. He's not one for revenge. He's not one for revenge, but he's waiting in his time. He's biding his time. It's going to get exposed. It's all going to come out. Okay. I'll take this because this was the one. Right, the answers you need are the answers are coming out. I'm sure this was the card that came out for question 1 as well. Right, so that was the second part of that. So what happened to SS Marine, Sulphur? I feel as if there was sulphur on. There was something on that ship that if it had went, it'd have been the end of humanity. They were up to something. They were up to something, and it was the good guys that got rid of it. It was the good guys that got rid of that one. Okay. Right, so the third question to this. Okay. I still call him the president because he'll always be the president. He was the president. He's still here, he's just hanging on. I feel as if, were you into it? Was that something that interested you? Yeah? I can feel it kind of interested you. It's all full of, this is all full of intrigue. Wow. Right, oops, okay, so that's that one. Right, so is it natural or something else? Is it a natural occurrence, as in maybe the tide, maybe, you know, running out of fuel? Well, the first two were answered. Well, they didn't run out of fuel. But wait till we see if it might be like a pool of something. So is it natural? Is it a portal? Well, we ask if it's a portal because is it natural or something else? Right, is this a porthole for something else? Is it a porthole? Oh my goodness. Right, they're all coming out again. Right, let's just see. Porthole. Oh, two come out. Porthole. Right, so is this a porthole? Right, there's only a few people know what this really is, okay? There's only a few people actually know. I get it's something to do with above. It's something to do with spirit. It's something to do with spirit, something to do with galactics as well, okay? Yes, it's saying it is a portal. It's saying it is. It works independently, doesn't work with anything else. It kind of, when I say it doesn't work with anything else, but that part of it, you know, it's as if, you know, they're guided there, and then I feel people have went there themselves because their nose has been bothering them and they've got into bother, and you know, like so Spirit and the Galactics are having to deal with this too, and then they're trying to keep that secret, and I'm giving it away. Saying it's ready to come out, It will be known. Oh, wait to cover up the wee bits again. Right. It will be known, okay? It's coming. Do you know what I'm getting? There's something about, well, we've got the Official Secrets Act, right? So anybody that knows, say anybody's in military, anybody that's in shipping, like high up, they've got to sign this. Because I see them signing things that they'll never disclose anything. Never disclose it. There's always secrets coming out from there. There's always things getting, learning more and more and more about it every single time. Every time. I'm getting, if you go to you will be broken hearted, you will be either chased away. They've learned to chase people away now, whereas people would just stumble in it now. But now that they know, it was a case of when they didn't know about it and they just stumbled upon it, then they were helped. They were helped. But now if they go looking for it and seeking it out, they're not helped, because that would put other people at risk. Not nice, but that's what they've got to do. That's what they've got to do. Do you know, a strong woman keeps guard. Galactic. Strong woman keeps guard. Keeps. There's lots and lots and lots more secrets. They only tell you what you need to know. There's loads and loads and loads of secrets about the Bermuda Triangle. Oh, the two wanted out. One last one to the top, please. Right. We'll go that one first. Right. Whatever the Bermuda Triangle is, it's a quest. It's a quest. It's a. They like that it's shrouded in mystery, and they like it kept that way. And they just release things that they need to be released. And that's what they do. They keep it covered. They keep it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is the most bizarre thing, right? It's as if you can sail through it at any time and you'll be fine. But there's a time where it's uncovered, which would beg the question that this isn't natural. It's as if something's unveiled. That would be a porthole to me, right? It's unveiled when they're wanting to get something or someone. Usually it's information that shouldn't be going to the wrong hands. That's when it's. I'm asking how much I can tell you. Yep, I'm getting told that's okay. I think people who ask this question, right, and who have always had a interest in the Bermuda Triangle, instinctively know what it is. They instinctively know. I instinctively know what it is, and you probably instinctively know what it is as well. They've perfected the mask. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like a big kind of cover comes over, as if, right, okay, we need to put it away now, and then it'll come out as somebody's kind of sailing and doing things that they shouldn't be. They've perfected this. They've perfected it. They've got it down to a T. There's two sides. And that's what I read in the history, right? You either believe it or you don't. You either instinctively believe and you know what it is. And I instinctively believe it's a portal. But I instinctively believe it's a place for people, you know, like say, they guide them when they're up to no good, they guide them. And that's how they get them. When people come in, see when people like get in there, they just accept their fate. They just accept, okay, it is what it is. See, perceptions can, oh no, that was perfection. Right, it's your perception, my perception, anybody's perceptions. It's just a perception of, in your own mind, what you think this is. Okay? So it's answered, but it's not. It's answered to people who know what it is instinctively, and it's just, it's if you don't believe it, you don't believe it. But maybe you're not to believe it. Maybe it's not for you to believe. You know. It's like spirit and galactic and it's all to do with a service. It's like a service to the earth, a service to humanity. It's a service. It's a service. And when the cloak comes in, it's like it's isolated. It's away isolated. Nobody can find it. Nobody can find it. And the reason it's not in the map is for that reason, so nobody can find it. So the wee oh no, wait a minute, I've not got the clarifying. I've still got to look at this one to do. Right, so. Oh, I hate it when this happens and it goes away. Look. Are you having a laugh? You're away down there. Oh my god. There we go. 2 kings too. Right. That one to there, that one to there. Right, here we go. Right, so what do we see? Do this one first. You know, like I say, 9 times out of 10, anybody that gets in there, it doesn't come out. Okay, they don't come out. It's guarded. It's guarded by a strong woman and two. Do you know, it's like 3 ships, right? And there's a lady on the ship, there's a woman on one ship, and that's her ship, right? And then there's 2 men on the other 2 ships. And that's their ships, and they guard it. They guard it. Well, they're always one step ahead of, you know, those who think they're in charge. They're one step ahead of them. Sometimes they've got to take a step back, which is hard, but they've got to get. I mean, anything. You've got to have evidence. Even there, you've got to have evidence. Because they live by that as well, you know. Like, there's somebody fighting down here. Fighting down here too. Fighting down here too. Right, okay. People think he's away, but he's not. People think he's away, but he's not. Okay. This is this winged messengers again. Winged messengers. Okay. So that's the winged messengers. Okay. But there's something, a divineness about it too. Okay. I can't see it being anything negative. It's positive, with negative connotations for those who are out to destroy the earth. Okay, so the catalyst. So the wee clarity in this first episode is It's always adjustments are required, okay? So they're always adjusting it, they're always kind of having to, you know, keep up. Okay, so the Bermuda Triangle to me is a porthole because it's it disappears, and that's why they don't want people to see it. They don't want people to get in there because of what's going on. And it's a case of it's there to trap those who would do harm to humanity. Okay, there was something about the 60s that was going on, and it was really closely linked to JFK, John F. Kennedy, the president. And another thing that I found fascinating was they tried to pull in a 911, you know what I'm talking about. I think it might have been in the 60s and it never worked. And I think it was, he's nodding, it was JFK that put a stop to it. And I can't say, I can say, I think that's what cost him his life. So once again, you've been watching Conspiracy with me, KarenK and the Third Eye Tarot, and I would just like to thank the President of the USA for coming through. He comes through quite often. He usually comes through when the USA is going through turmoil, and it's no half going through turmoil anyway. So I'll leave that with you. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode. I'm not sure about the second episode. In fact, use the Dear Soul Family if you want what you want me to cover as well, for that, okay, for the conspiracies too. Okay, so I'll leave that with you, and thanks very much for watching again. Alright.